behind that microphone.
Word.
The table used to be, you know, sat up right
Yes,
there
sir.
and shit like that.
Yes, sir.
I done had some raw niggas in here.
Word.
You just gave me a dazzling performance.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Definitely.
Introduce yourself to my viewers.
Definitely, man. It's YNX 716, Buffalo, New York, man. We in the building.
Give me some of your inspirations. People who you may have patterned yourself after.
For sure.
I'm curious.
Definitely.
After hearing you, I'm curious.
Yeah,
I'm real
yeah.
curious.
So, as far as music styles that I listen to a lot of like soul, you know what I mean, jazz, and as far as hip hop, I'm into like the lyricists. You know what I mean, Nas, Black Thought, Outkast. You know what I mean, anybody that's really kicking a message. You know what I mean, and I take, you know, little pieces of what I've learned from those particular MCs as far as like flow pattern, you know what I mean, the type of beats that they're using. And, you know, I just put my life into the same style basically.
Are you a conscious rapper? Is that what you?
I would say I'm a conscious lyricist, definitely. Storytelling.
Okay. Some of your, I don't know, some of the guys. I'm a basketball player.
Right.
I would say, at a point in time, I pattern myself after Kenny Anderson?
Definitely. So I would say Khai, he's dope. I listen to Khai from fuck, I was just slipping my mind.
Khai?
Yeah, Khai, you know who Khai is? He do Rock Marcy.
Oh.
From
okay. He from Long Island?
No, he from fucking. Damn, I can't think of where he from. It slipped my mind, but I'll remember it. But yeah, he's somebody I've been listening to recently, and I've been listening to the type of beats and how, you know what I mean, how uncensored he is when he's describing life. You know what I'm saying? Like he paint pictures, and I pride myself in storytelling. You know what I mean? My goal is to be able to get my music in films and series, movies. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to just be a rapper. I want to be able to reach the right people. And sometimes if you can't reach them by air, you reach them from visuals. You know what I mean? Movies and stuff like that.
So you a storyteller?
Definitely storyteller.
It's been, I believe, known or often spoke of the storytellers, guys who tell stories as the best rappers.
Right.
Slick Rick.
Right, definitely.
Ice Cube.
Definitely.
Scarface.
Nas.
Yeah, Biggie Smalls.
Facts.
So you do that.
Definitely.
Word.
Yeah. That's
your signature joint. Remember, we were just listening to Green Double. He got a series called Mitch Green. That shit crazy.
Word.
What's one of your joints?
As far as what?
One of your stories. I want to listen to a joint.
One of my okay, definitely. I just dropped an album called Sincere. So I based the sincere concept around the character Nas played. So the reason behind that is not because I was, you know what I mean, super in the streets and shit, but I'm street influenced, you know what I'm saying? So like Nas was always the voice of reason for Buns and shit. So like I feel like in like my life, I'm always the voice of reason to the people around me. So I took the Sincere title and I just based it off of, you know, him, you know what I mean, him and his relationship with his baby mother. You know what I mean, he just had a baby, I just had a baby in February. Right. So, you know what I mean, I put all of that together. I took everything that I had from that and then, you know, I just pretty much brought it to life. I got a joint called Brain Dead. You know, pretty much the first line is closed mouths never get fed, meaning not literally closed mouth, but a closed mind. You can't feed a closed mind. You know what I mean? Closed mouths never get fed. We was brain dead. Outer body experience exposed. We exchanged lead. So basically, like, I'm not sure if you ever shot a gun before, but when you first shoot it, it feel like an outer body experience. So, you know what I mean? And like in the ghetto, outer body experience exposed. We exchanged lead, meaning shooting at one another. You know what I mean? So that's how I paint the picture of, you know what I mean, where I come from and, you know, the different shit that I was experiencing coming up, you know, to get to where I'm at now.
Okay.
So yeah, that joint called Brain Dead off the Sincere album.
How many, you kind of decorated.
Definitely.
Initially, I brought you here to, you know, spit a freestyle.
Right.
And I looked into your resume and shit. How long you been on Machine Time? Because you got a resume.
Definitely.
Oh,
definitely. So I really started getting serious with the rap again because I've been rapping since I was 15. I'm 31 now, you know what I'm saying? So I've been rapping for a while. And I was just rapping, pretty much perfecting my craft. I didn't take time to learn the business. So 2018 was when I really stepped into trying to get at one in the business, you know what I mean? That's when Griselda was, you know, they first started popping off, you know what I mean? So I hit Conway up. I got a feature from him on my first album called Hennessy Memories, which dropped in 2018. And then I got a feature with 38 Special, who's always on that joint, he was on the joint as well. And that was just the business sense is kicking in. Of course, everything costs, but you know what I mean, you have to be able to invest to be able to get it back.
Right.
So my angle was, yo, they have a fan base already. Y'all from like equal parts, so you know, they're gonna listen to the song cause Conway on it. They're gonna listen to the song cause 38 Specials on it. So that's where I got, you know what I mean, that's where I kind of got my listen. So some people didn't like me because, you know what I mean, some people like, oh, he sound like such and such, you know what I mean, here, you know what I mean, and then some people don't want to.
Who did they say you sounded like?
So that I get like MF Doom, Nas, because my voice raspy and shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, even if, you know what I mean, some people just like, we was talking about it earlier, Gully, about having tough skin and this shit. Mm-hmm. So like when you coming up, like if you on a record with somebody, a lot of people, they're biased fans. So they gonna point out like, yo, I know Conway, but I don't know who this nigga is. You know what I'm saying? So like that's how, like, you gotta have tough skin, take all of them comments.
If you get off, you ain't really gotta worry about
that. Most definitely. But some
they naturally gonna
right.
compare the two people
right.
on the song.
Right.
Like this person is better or vice versa.
Yeah.
But if you get off,
definitely,
you ain't got nothing to worry about.
But some fans is like, everybody is not, you know what I mean? Because everybody want to do what the crowd is doing. So if 100 people are supporting this person and only 10 people supporting him, you gonna support when it's more popular. So everybody don't, you know what I mean, see the potential or whatever the case, and that's why like I got a lot of, you know what I mean, they was coming at me difficult when I first started coming up because it's like, yo, you on track with such and such, so you gotta, they don't know who you is. So either you gonna make a fan or they never gonna listen to you again.
Okay.
Yeah.
The moment is what it is. About the moment.
Definitely, absolutely.
And was it worth the investment? You spoke of investment.
For sure. I said, what I say? I switched my style like, who the fuck is that? Let's separate the clout chasers from who really rap. I did just that. If you can't afford a rack, then stay away from rap. I spent that five times over, finally made it back. So like I was putting heavy money in early on, investing in features.
Right.
And I finally worked, and I didn't quit to where I made the money back. You know what I mean? And I've been through all type of stuff with this music shit. You know what I mean? It's like shows getting shot up. You know what I mean? Like going out for a show. You know what I mean? And the show just not going the way it's planned. You know what I mean? So it just got crazy. So I definitely I've been through a lot. So I've been through too much to quit at this point. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at right now with it, and it's working, man. I'm getting. People are getting wind of who I am, and you know what I mean. And I got the catalog to back it up for, you know what I mean, so they can understand why they support. You know what I mean?
Okay. Give me the math behind the name YNX.
Definitely.
What is it? It's an acronym.
Yeah. So when I want to say like I just changed my name probably like 4 or 5 years ago. So I used to go under Young Nice. You know what I'm saying? So I grew out of the name. Mm-hmm. So then I just turned them acronyms, and then I put the X in for, you know what I mean, Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? I put it in because I'm all knowledge. You know what I mean? People need to hear the knowledge, and I felt like that's how Malcolm X kicked this shit. Like I said, I spit a message like a Malcolm, but they call me YNX. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I introduced that concept, and you know what I mean. I just go from there.
I'm glad I was
definitely.
You know, one of the how many platforms you been on?
I've been on Shade 4-5. You know what I mean? I'm getting steady rotation on Shade 4-5. I've been on. I've gotten, you know, legendary, you know, co-signs and support from people that's doing it. I mean, I'm actually about to get ready to open up for Method Man and Redman on 8/27, and MC Search. I dropped a single called 97 Nas. Right. You know what I mean? And he caught wind of it, and MC Search is the one that actually signed Nas. You know what I mean? He got him his first deal. Right. So, yeah, I mean, that meant a lot. He was supporting me heavy. And, yeah, man, I just been, you know, just working, traveling. You know what I mean? Toronto, Canada. Toronto, Montreal, and Canada. So that was a dope experience. And then I was just getting ready to go back on the road. And then that's when, COVID took place.
Now, what's the criteria to get into Toronto and Canada? I got a passport.
Right.
I ended up over there. I snuck.
Yeah.
I kind of snuck. This is what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to Dubai.
Right.
And I got there and they overbooked my flight. They did some sucker shit. So I'm in there acting like a mad black man. They're like, sir, we got you. They said, do you got a problem going, going to Canada? And it's a black chick standing next to her. She's like, yo, Air Canada is nice. You should try it. I'm like, yeah, bet. I'm going to Dubai.
Right.
They fly me Air Canada. They fly me on Air Canada to Air Canada, and I get there and I got like a 5-hour layover and shit. I hopped in a motherfucking Uber and shit, rolled around through the city a little bit and just came back and shit. But I'm under the impression that you can't do like. I think if you have felonies and shit like that,
I'm not.
That it's a problem with people going there. But I ended up going through there because of my flight was routed and shit.
Right.
And the Air Canada experience was just crazy. But tell me what was your experience like over there? Man, so and what type of people did you see?
So like Canada is probably like 30 minutes. The border is like 30 minutes away from Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? So I've been there a few times, like non-business. Yeah, I drove. You drive right through the through customs. So this in particular time, I was going on like a tour, and it was just a 2-show tour, and I was supposed to come back to Buffalo and do a few more shows. So we get out there, we damn near about to be at the border. It's a snowstorm, and we going to Montreal. So it's a snowstorm, so we can't see nothing. Now we halfway there now. You know what I'm saying? We in traffic, so it's like we can't turn around. So like we literally, it's a whiteout. Yeah. So we finally, get out of that weather. We get to the border. They like, what they'll do is they'll ask you questions. You know what I'm saying? They'll ask you questions, and then if you got to get sent to they call it immigration, the other person gonna ask you to make sure your story matches. So we went, me and my boy Fats. We went we was going to Montreal first, and then Toronto was the next day. So we talking to the customs dude. He like, yo, where y'all going? Such and such. How long you gonna be there? They'll ask you like, how long you gonna be there? Do you got any weapons or guns or whatever is the case in the car? So we like, yeah, no, we heading to Montreal for a showcase. That's what we told him. So he didn't know what a showcase was. So he like, okay. So where are you going? Like, where will you be at? He asking us how long we stand. So long story short, he wasn't going for it. He sent us into customs so they can, so that we had to go to the immigration. So man, I'll get in there. So now I'm like, damn. Like I hope they don't turn us around. I gotta get to this show or whatever. And then I don't got no signal, nothing. So we sitting in there for like a good 30 to 45 minutes, just waiting for somebody to talk. To interview us. Right. So we finally get to the dude. He like So he basically trying to make sure that the story matched from what we told the other people. So he like, what happened? They asking us what's the showcase. I'm like, yeah, well, the showcase is an artist performance or whatever. Right. He was acting like it was the energy was weird. So right. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm an artist. I'm from Buffalo. And here go my car trying to convince him he was acting funny. So he went over to talk to somebody else. They came back and he was okay. Well, y'all can go ahead and go through. So we made it out of there. Got to Montreal. It's worse than Buffalo. Like literally snowbanks this big. We got there just in time, because if we would have got there any sooner, we would have been stuck somewhere. Because the banks was like, like 4 feet. No lie. Because they'll snowplow and they'll put everything to the side, and you can see how big the damn snowbanks is. So we was able to check in. And then on the way back, because we did Toronto last, my boy locked my keys in the car. So we like, damn, we supposed to go back home, man, and I had to call a tow truck, pay like mad bread and shit to get the joint taken out. It was crazy. I was mad. I was ready to go back to the crib and everything, and he locked the keys in the car. We had to get the shit. That's what I'm saying. Going through shit that make you want to quit the music shit, man. Like it's crazy.
Like
yeah, and then I went out. I was supposed to open for Benny in Chicago. You know what I mean? And the individuals that I went with, they had a certain set time, but I guess they went over this time and they had my song last, and they cut this shit before I could even. That's when I really wanted to quit rap. Like, yo, this shit crazy, man. I went 8 hours out here, and then make it worse, time went back as soon as we got there, so then we had another hour. I'm like, okay. But yeah, that shit really, it just added fuel to the fire, and it made me want to push more and never want to give up with this shit.
How did the Kool G Rap situation come into
Okay,
play?
definitely. So I was back and forth to New York, and I met a DJ by the name of Infamous Amadeus. So he was managing Lord Sear at the time. So basically, he made an announcement about a show. I was trying to get in touch with Lord Sear first directly. So he was like, yo, hit my manager. So I followed him, and then from there he told me about a showcase he had. So he was like, yeah, it's in New York, such and such. I mean, this is the investment. Come down. So I drove from Buffalo to New York, and I met him. You know what I mean? So ever since then, he's just been like showing love. You know what I mean? So he was like, yo, bro, we got Shade 45 coming. You can come through, get on Shade 45. You know what I mean? He definitely shows a lot of love to the underground artists and shit. So that's how I connected with him directly. And then from then, we built a rapport, and you know, he would hit me when, you know, any shows was coming. I was telling him I was working on the album, and he has resources to people. So I was like, yo, I got this track. I wanted Scarface. I wanted to get Scarface on it first, but Scarface was going through like a lot of health issues at the time, yeah, so it was hard for me to, you know, I just was being considerate. So I'm like, yo, bro, I hear Scarface. What do you think? You know what I mean, I text him, and I was like, I'm trying to get this feature, and then he was like, he said Kool G Rap, and I was like, shit, I ain't think of that. You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, if you could set it up, you know what I mean, let me know what the price is, and we'll go from there. So, man, he linked up with Kool G Rap, you know what I mean, you know, gave him the bread or whatever. I sent him the joint back, and then, shit, he sent his vocals back. So I do recording and engineering, so I had the privilege to mix with his joint, you know what I'm saying, on my song. So it meant a lot. So DJ Infamous put that shit together, man, and like I said, he one of those people who believed in me early on and shit, like, because a lot of people will come when it's popular. You know what I mean? Okay, YNX, he was such and such, and you know what I mean? So he was supporting early on and shit, so he linked the feature up, you know what I mean? And Kool G Rap sent that joint right back within like 2-3 days. So it's always a question, because at the end of the day, like for artists that's inspiring, like it's a business a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? So like just because you got a feature with an artist don't mean y'all friends or whatever the case. It's still business. You know what I mean? This is a business like any other business.
Right.
So you know, some people, you know, they'll give you a half verse or whatever. You know what I mean? And like I could tell that he fucked with my verse just because he ended the shit the same way I ended my shit. You know what I'm saying? And then like I caught on to it, so I'm like, yo, Kool G Rap, you know what I mean? He fucked with the track, you know what I'm saying? So, and then like I told my dad and shit, like I'm like, yo, guess who I got a feature with and shit. And I was just trying to have him guess and shit, cause he big on hip hop. He put me on like the Outkast and everything, and I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, you know, you still learning people, like, you know what I mean? Even if it's your parent and shit, you still learning new stuff about them. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I got a feature with Kool G Rap. And he was like, word, he in my top 5. And I'm like, word, I never knew it. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a dope experience, man.
And a lot of people.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, and he's still.
So you learned. He's
still going crazy.
Once you got the song, you learned about his relevance. Definitely.
well, I already knew, like 4, 5, 6 my shit, but like as far as like he your favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's already been like that for a
fact.
Time.
Definitely.
All right. How many albums you said you got total?
So I got about 10 up to date right now. 10
albums. Yeah. What year did you start recording?
So 2018 was the first one. Let me pull up Apple Music just to make sure that I'm accurate, because I want to run down everything. But so 2018 was Hennessy Memories. You know what I mean? And that's when I dropped the joint with the features on it. You know what I mean? Because it was my first album, so I had to kind of go from there. And then 2019, it was Gemini. You know what I mean? I dropped that, I want to say 2019. And then I got another joint with he's a producer, dope producer from Rhode Island, Jay DePina. You know what I'm saying? So me and him got a full-length EP called Fire Scale. So I dropped that in 2019 as well. And then 2020, during COVID, I dropped probably 4 or 5 joints that year. So I dropped Upstate, produced by my boy Perp Dog from Albany. I dropped Quarantine Chronicles. I dropped Life Purple, which is fully produced by Vagrant Real Estate. So yeah, those is 2020, and then I took a year off because I felt like I was dropping too much and everybody couldn't digest it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I slowed down, and that year I just was doing singles and albums, singles and not singles, albums, singles and videos. So then I took a year off. Then now 2022, which we are now, I got Dusty Souls. It's a joint project with me and my boy Kill Ali. He from Money Earning Mount Vernon. You know what I'm saying? And then I got Sincere, which is a EP, and it's based around the character that Nas played in Belly. You know what I mean? So that joint, it was a real creative project, and I liked how I put it together. So that joint, you know what I mean? That joint streaming, both of them streaming everywhere too.
You said you be doing the engineering and all that.
Definitely.
So you be recording yourself?
Yeah, so I got a studio at the crib in Buffalo.
Oh, you nice.
You know what I'm saying? So I record, you know what I mean? And then I stepped into the merch because like I wasn't, like it was coming up, like you gotta make money to reinvest in it. Yeah. So I was using the merchandise and the music to cross promote, you know what I mean? So I got a single called Monopoly, and I made a Monopoly board and cross promoted the joint. You know what I'm saying?
What it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Shout out to the whole Monopoly situation. Go ahead.
Definitely. So yeah, so
break down that.
So I changed. I got a custom board made, and I just took the MON off and I put YNX, so YNX-opoly. You know what I mean? And this pretty much is just like the different phases of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like got Kool G Rap feature on here. I got Go Sign a Deal. That's like go to jail. You know what I'm saying? And then the label deal, because basically the labels lock you down in some deals. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? So and then I got Free Game. So like a lot of the times when I was coming up, I was working with people, and like them consultations cost money. So like Free Game is like, you know what I mean, somebody giving you free knowledge to continue on your path. You know what I'm saying? So these are the different type of shit that I was going through, like streets I lived on, the church that I grew up in, Conway feature, the clubs I used to party at, you know what I mean? And just because all of those inspired the music, you know what I'm saying? Good and bad, you know what I'm saying? So this is all my influences, you know what I mean? So took that, you know what I mean? And like I said, you gotta cross promote. You know what I mean? So I dropped a single called Monopoly, and then I dropped the custom Monopoly board. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, I do, you know what I mean? I do audio engineering, I do my merchandise, which I was doing it because, you know, if you don't got no team of people behind you, you gotta just do it, you know what I mean, to get it done. But now I got an opportunity, I'm officially a full-time artist to where I can get money from doing it. Right. Now I can kind of fall back from this stuff because I don't, you know, I did it because I had no choice, basically. You know what I'm saying? So just kind of
go to college.
I did. You know what I mean? I went to college, and I didn't earn a degree though. You know what I'm saying? So I was still in it. But
was you there?
It just taught.
How long you was there?
Shit, I went right out of high school. You know what I'm saying? And then now I'm learning though, which I'm gonna indulge in my kids, because like it's like a cycle. You know what I'm saying? So like everybody wants you to go to work, go to school, get a job. Go to work, go to school, get a job. Right. It ain't gonna. It's the same pattern.
Right.
So you know what I mean? I really was doing it to make my mom happy, but I'm like, I can make her happy in music too. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I kind of, you know what I mean? I don't think it's for me. I did go back though, because music is business. Yeah. So I took a hip hop history class. You know what I mean? I took a public relations class because I need to know about it if I'm, you know what I mean, if I'm hiring people, because if I know how to do the job, then I know what to expect from you. You know what I'm saying? So like I went to college and I learned stuff about the music business instead of trying to go to college to get a job.
Good shit. Tell me about the emergence of your city.
Definitely.
Did you go to the festival?
I didn't. I didn't make it to the festival because I was supposed to be in New York, but you know what I mean. Things didn't align at the moment, and I wasn't mentally ready to travel at that point. You know what I mean. So I did stay in Buffalo. You know what I mean. But I didn't make it out to the fair. I mean to the fest, unfortunately. But they definitely made history in Buffalo for sure. You know what I mean. As far as like who was there, and it's just you know it's deep when you can feel the energy. You wasn't there, like all of the online shit, and like you know what I mean. I know a few people that was there. Shout out to Analog Lady. She did a lot of PR for it. You know what I mean. And I just recently met her, and we connected and shit. And you know what I mean. She told me all about it. You know what I mean. How the shit was filled, going crazy. You know what I mean? She told me about, you know, a lot of the artists that was there and shit. So I definitely felt the energy from the joint, man. I didn't make it this year, but it ain't gonna be. I'm sure it's not the last one because it was real successful in the city for sure.
Can you feel the actual, I don't know, the upstate momentum? Because it ain't just Buffalo stuff.
Definitely. You know, it's crazy. I had an album on that I just dropped on my way here, and then the algorithms will tell you like who you in the company of. So like as soon as my joint went off, I think like West Side Gun came on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then from there on, it was all upstate. And that just showed me like, yo, this we got the hip hop shit locked right now, upstate New York. You know what I mean? It's really crazy right now, and I respect everybody on the path. I think New York kind of went a different direction with the music shit. You know what I mean? Because I think the drill was more popular than the hip hop shit down there to me. You know what I mean? As far as what I'm seeing, and I mean who inspiring. But yeah, man, upstate it's going crazy right now for sure.
Okay. Shout out to Upstate.
Definitely.
To everybody.
Definitely. Facts.
Tell my listeners, viewers, where all your music, merchandise is available at.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you coming.
You already, man. I appreciate you. Definitely.
But yeah, go ahead, Ryan.
Definitely. So yeah, it's YNX 716, man, Buffalo. You can follow me everywhere. Instagram, y.n.x.716. Twitter, YNX 716. You can YouTube search me, YNX 716, YouTube, all of that. I got merch available. You can check me out on my website directly, www.ynx716.com. You know what I mean? And I'm tapped in with Gully TV, man. Shout out to Gully.
Appreciate you.